Happy Monday, everybody. What's going on? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Today, Kobold Press has released their first packet for their playtesting. Playtest Packet 1 is here. Thanks to every one of you who signed up for Project Black Flag playtesting. Because of your support, our team's dedication, and the magic of Kobolds, we can announce Playtest Packet number 1 is now available. Everyone who signed up through our playtest form has already been sent official downloads and playtest feedback links via email. It's already happened. Check your inbox and or spam folder. Did you miss the sign up? It's okay. Click the big blue button to download it now. Start playtesting Lineage, Heritage, and Talents. You have until 11:59 p.m. on Monday, February 27th to share your insights and feedback. Playtest feedback for Lineage, Heritage, and Talents will be closed on February 28th. Then we'll begin sorting through your comments and prepare for playtest packet number 2 in March. So it looks like we're probably going to be getting a playtest packet every month, if I had to guess. So this is available right now. I'll put the link down in the description below. If you didn't sign up for it through the email, you can just head over here, use the link below, and download it from this big blue button. So I have it pulled up right here. Project Black Flag playtest packet number 1. And we're going to kind of go through this real quick and see what's going on. So most of it I've already kind of glanced through, and a lot of it is it's 5e. It is 5e, which we knew that they were going to continue the 5e. Everything's still going to be compatible. They were building off of that, and that's fine. That's what it was made for. They made it for people who wanted to stick with a 5e similar style. I'll definitely check it out and try it. But I think I'm gonna definitely continue my journey of just trying out different TTRPGs because I think I've had my fill of 5e, at least for the moment. So basically, the same kind of stuff. Dice, step-by-step character creation. They have, choose your class, your hit dice, leveling, experience, proficiency bonuses, ability modifiers, background. So now where we finally get into the new stuff is the lineage and heritage system. So while, let's see if I can zoom this in a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. So while humans are common to most settings, the fantasy genre is full of other fantastical kinds of people. When you create your character, you can choose whether your hereditary traits are human or one of those of other fantasy lineages. You'll also use this section to determine if you have heritage traits tied to your lineage or to an entirely different kind of society. So, the elements of a lineage. Your lineage dictates certain fantastical lineage traits your character has because of their ancestry. The following sections are included among the traits of each lineage option. So you have age, size, speed, which might be an important one. Elements of heritage. Zoom, there we go. Your heritage dictates certain abilities you have because of your connection to a particular group or society. Heritage includes all manner of tangible and intangible cultural elements, such as architecture, works of art, folklore, traditions, language, and natural environment. While it is impossible to represent all the different types of heritage present in the fantasy genre, each lineage includes example heritages common to the fantasy lineages presented here. Choose one of the heritages detailed in your character's lineage, or choose one of the heritages detailed in a different lineage if that better fits the narrative of your character. So already, heritage, lineage, heritage, blah, 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 blah. All right. So here we get some examples. So this is a way to so the lineage is basically sub-races, based on what I'm seeing. So with a dwarf, you have the different lineage of, or the heritage, I'm sorry. So the dwarf lineage traits. So if you come from dwarfs, you get the age, size, speed, night vision, stuff like that. The heritage is what is kind of like the sub-races. So with the dwarf, you have the Fire Forge heritage traits. Looks like alignment, you're an expert artisan. Forgecraft, you're resistant to fire damage. That's kind of cool. Friend to elementals, you can speak, read, and write Ignan in addition to your chosen languages. Reforge, Your people have a deep connection with elemental fire and have collectively learned how to repair forged items with a touch. You know the mending cantrip and can cast it as an action. However, you can use this trait to repair objects made only of metal, such as reconnecting two halves of a broken sword. And then with the stone heritage, you get dwarven weapon training, so you get proficiency in battle axe, hand axe, light hammer, warhammer, dwarven armor, tool proficiency, eye for quality. Whenever you make an ability check related to the origin of metalwork or masonry, you can add your proficiency bonus to the roll. If you have proficiency in a relevant skill or tool, you double your proficiency bonus to the roll. So I think it's just, kind of using different words. The lineage is a little different, but the heritage just kind of seems like the sub race. Zoom this back out. So that's for like the dwarves. They have the elf. You could have cloud heritage, grove heritage. So, light, airy, and probably forest dwelling. Human, you have nomadic and cosmopolitan. I actually kind of want to see what the differences are there. That's kind of funny. So with a nomadic heritage human, you are resilient. You have advantage on checks or saves made to resist debilitating weather effects, such as those caused by extreme heat or cold. Additionally, when you complete a short rest, you can reduce your exhaustion level by 1. Once used, you cannot reduce your exhaustion level in this way again until you complete a long rest. Traveler, you have proficiency in the survival skill. Okay, that could be interesting. Cosmopolitan, street smarts. While in a city or other urban environment, you and your group can't become lost except by magical means. While you're in such environments, you also can't be surprised except when you are asleep or otherwise incapacitated. And worldly wisdom. Whenever you make a check related to understanding the purpose or significance of a building, rite, or object from a culture you aren't familiar with, you can add your proficiency bonus to the roll. If you have proficiency in a relevant skill or tool, you can add double your proficiency bonus to the roll. So you can see with the lineage, you have rarely lived to be more than 100 years old. Humans vary widely in height and weight. Most adults between 5 to 6 feet. Your size is medium. Speed, you get 30 feet. And ambitious, you gain proficiency in one skill of your choice and gain one talent of your choice. This talent can be from any of the talent lists, but you must meet the talents prerequisites. So this is leading into the talents, which is the other new thing, which just feels like feats. So let's jump into that. They go into some backgrounds and stuff, but let's jump over here to these talents. So talents represent the specific ways an adventurer has improved over the course of their adventures. Talents are divided into 3 categories: magic talents, martial talents, and technical talents. Your class typically determines which talent list you have access to, and talents are gained in 2 main ways. When a character chooses their background during character creation, they select one talent, and when a character class grants an improvement, they can choose to increase a single ability score by 2, 2 different ability scores by 1, or choose a talent. So, it's just a feat. But it does feel like maybe they're kind of switching it up a bit. So here are some magic talents. Combat casting. You automatically succeed on con saves you make to maintain your concentration if the DC is lower than your spell casting DC. When a hostile creature first enters a space within 5 feet of you or provokes an opportunity attack away from you, you can use your reaction to cast a cantrip. And you can use a shield or weapon you are holding as a spellcasting focus. So again, nothing too new. I don't know what I was expecting, but I mean, this is kind of what they've been saying and what they've been promising. So, it is what it is. Here's a elemental savant magic talent. Choose one of the following elemental damage types. Whenever you cast a spell that deals damage, you can decide to convert the damage type of that spell to your chosen elemental damage type. Additionally, when you roll damage for a spell that naturally uses your chosen elemental damage type, not spells you convert to your chosen type, you can reroll any damage dice result of 1 and must take the new result. You can select this talent multiple times. That's interesting. Let's go. We got 1 page left. So there's martial and technical. Let's check those out real fast. So martial talents, you can see there armor training. You have trained to master the use of armor. You gain proficiency with light armor. If you're already proficient with light, when you select this talent, you gain proficiency with medium in shields. If you're already proficient with medium, so you just go up. You go up 1 spot. And you can select this talent multiple times. So you could get something that's not supposed to wear plate armor, wearing plate armor. All right. Armored combatant, proficiency, prerequisites, proficiency with heavy armor. While you're wearing armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC, and instead, in each instance of bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that you take from non-magical attacks is reduced by your proficiency bonus. Okay. Again, not seeing anything that really jumps off the page here. Technical talents. These affect your character's non-combat abilities, grant utility-based improvements to social encounters and exploration. So let's see how they handle this. Polyglot. You have studied language extensively, allowing you to effortlessly communicate in multiple languages and puzzle out critical information from languages you don't know. When you select this talent, you gain the following benefits. You learn 3 new languages. You have advantage on charisma ability checks made to interact with non-hostile creatures for whom any of these 3 languages is their primary language. Whenever you make an ability check related to understanding the meaning of a verbal or written language you don't know, you can add your proficiency bonus to it. If you have proficiency in a relevant skill or tool, you can double your proficiency bonus to the roll. All right. Trade skills. You have honed the skills necessary to perform a particular job or profession. When you select this talent, decide what that profession is and then gain the following benefits. So you get proficiency with 1 skill and 1 type of tool or vehicle relevant to the chosen profession. Alternatively, gain proficiency with 2 types of tools or vehicles related to, provided you have access to the necessary equipment and customers, you can spend a day applying your trade and expect to be paid 2 gold pieces or paid with goods and services of equivalent value. This can also be taken multiple times. Okay, so right off the bat, nothing really jumping off the page to me. I think it's just kind of they've reworded some things. They've kind of added another step or so to character creation, make it, I guess, a little more personal, but not really what I was expecting, if I'm being honest. I was kind of expecting a little bit more of an overhaul, but I can see why they're doing it. I can see how it's sticking to 5e, and at the end of the day, this was what they were going for. They were going for something that it was similar and that 5e players could jump to. And at the end of the day, I think it's going to do its job. As for a playtest packet, I mean, that's kind of my reaction to it. I'm not really blown away by any of this. Again, kind of, the same ability score stuff. I was kind of hoping maybe they might change something or change the scoring around a little bit. Experience still looks the same. Milestones. Yeah, nothing really blows me away about this, but this is, playtest packet number 1. I'm interested to see what they do with the rest of them. The talent list, I think, could be cool. It could be more like what am I thinking of? Like an MMORPG where certain classes get, certain talent lists, which they could do with different classes. They could have different talent lists. But then that kind of, I mean, feats for the most part are kind of open for everybody, if, depending on what you want to take. So I don't know. Yeah, just kind of underwhelmed by this, but that is okay. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this playtest packet number 1. Are you excited for it? Are you was it kind of lackluster? Were you kind of expecting a little bit more? Is it what you expected that would put out? Remember to like, subscribe, check out astrodoorgaming.com. That is where my TTRPG is. We're working on getting our first play testing done, which is looking to be pretty soon. We have a completely different action economy system, a new magic system, working on different what they call ability scores. We're working on a different system for that, and I'm very excited about it. So check out that, and until next time, friends.